YouTube, chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, chicks.
Look at Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth, appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Aw, man, Shannon Sharpe. Just because you could not control your goddamn meat, you were too horny chasing white pasty ass. Now, I'm sorry to say this, you guys, but every day, the details between Shannon Sharpe and this girl, Zuminga, is not looking good for Shannon Sharpe. More details came out today that Shannon Sharpe and Zuminga had BDSM sex at least 100 times. So in between tape and first take, Shannon Sharpe was getting his freak on. Now, yesterday, Stephen A. Smith spoke on the situation with Shannon Sharpe, and if you guys read between the lines, it wasn't looking good for Shannon Sharpe. Stephen A. Smith said, hey, I spoke with the big bosses up at ESPN. No, like the big bosses, like the main guys. They told me they were taking this matter very seriously.
I spoke to Shannon. Not in details, but I spoke to him, and he emphatically proclaims his innocence. According to Mr. Busby, his client emphatically proclaims his guilt. So where does that leave us? I'd love to tell you that I know the answer to that question, but I don't. I am the executive producer of First Take on ESPN. I recruited Shannon. I went and got him and brought him to ESPN. But I'm not the boss. Those are other folks. There are layers to this, and there are certain layers even I am not on. I can tell you, I also spoke to co-chairman of Disney, the boss, Jimmy Pitaro, who made it very, very clear we are taking this matter very seriously, and we are looking into this very, very closely. And once we gather as many facts as we possibly can, we will go from there. And that is all he said. And I can mention his name because I received his permission to say that. I don't know what that means. In my perfect world, this equates to Jay-Z, where the case ultimately dropped and Shannon is allowed to continue on First Take and continue to thrive and shine. And not just that, and have an illustrious career in the podcast stratosphere, doing Nightcap with Chad Ochocinco, doing Club Shay Shay, and ultimately gets this $100 million deal that he was all over the news about to sign.
ESPN does not play around with grape, especially if some of the details that are coming out claim that you offered to pay $10 million to the accuser. Well, today, Shannon Sharpe is officially taking a break, a leave of absence from ESPN. Shannon Sharpe just put out this statement a couple minutes ago saying, my statement is found here and this is the truth. The relationship in question was 100% consensual. At this juncture, I am electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues. Shannon Sharpe. So looks like Shannon Sharpe had a meeting with ESPN and they told him, hey bruh, we can either announce that we've suspended you or you can announce that you're taking a break from ESPN. Just until this whole grape accusation is cleared, bro, you are not going to be on air. Now, I don't want to put this out there, but if Shannon Sharpe is found guilty, brother, you are not coming back to ESPN for the NFL season until 2091. We know ESPN doesn't want this attached to their name, and you're still going to be doing your other ventures like your show Nightcap with Ochocinco and your podcast, Club Shay Shay. Very, very unfortunate news, especially with the NFL draft coming up tonight. So if you want to hear him talk about the draft, y'all gotta tune into Nightcap. Now, this also leads to the speculation of what does ESPN know about this that we don't so far. And it's also crazy to think that Shannon Sharpe was so close to a record-breaking contract. He was slated to get over 9 figures, but unfortunately, he was out there being a very, very freaky frog. Listen, man, you guys get in the comments below. What do you guys make of Shannon Sharpe stepping aside from First Take? And to all you guys out there, please let this be a lesson. Control your horniness. Post your comments below. Subscribe to my channel, like this video. I'll see you guys later, man.